In today's video, we want to look at a brand that has taken streetwear several classes above what is expected to create a high-fashion brand that is an excellent example of form and functionality. We are talking about no other than Moncler. Moncler is an Italian luxury brand that specializes in ready-to-wear outerwear. The brand, which started as a down jacket boutique, has grown into an industry giant that produces knitwear, windbreakers, raincoats, fragrances, footwear, leather products, and other accessories. With pieces designed to survive the most extreme weather conditions, while paying attention to what customers want to wear, Moncler offers collections that push the boundaries of style and design and seamlessly transition from snowy mountains to city streets. Recently, this phenomenal brand has reported at the start of 2024 that its revenues in the first quarter of 2024 have risen by 8% to a staggering $1.23 billion. But one may ask, how really did this multi-billion-dollar company really start? What led to the scaling that is still producing increasing results in 2024? If you have ever wondered about these questions, sit tight, because in this video, we are going to discuss the history of this high-fashion streetwear company, its financial struggles, and how one idea transformed a dying brand into a powerhouse of global luxury more than 70 years after its creation. By the end of this video, you would know not only the rich and robust history of the Moncler brand, but also what it is doing today and how it continues to stay afloat in the midst of a now thriving and populated industry. Before we get into it, a quick reminder that today's video is sponsored by Sky is the Limit, a high-quality brand that gives you sneakers that you can trust. The story of Moncler begins in the alpine town of Monastier de Clermont, France. In 1952, two friends, René Ramillon and André Vincent, decided that it was time for them to revolutionize alpine fashion. Little did they know that they had just birthed a billion-dollar company, or maybe they did. Named after the village where it was founded, Moncler started by making tents, quilted sleeping bags, and other outdoor gear for alpinists. This little idea became a raging success, and soon, the product line expanded to include down jackets, an outfit that remains the company's signature design to this day, gloves and other accessories designed to offer protection against the harshest climates. Originally, the company focused on servicing mountaineers, workers, and skiers in France, but it soon became a phenomenon and gained recognition across Europe. In 1954, 2 years after its creation, Moncler jackets were chosen for the Italian expedition to K2, the world's second highest mountain. In the next year, the jackets were also used in the French expedition to Makalu. And by 1964, Moncler had become the official supplier for an expedition to Alaska, organized by French mountaineer Lionel Terray. The jackets performed exceptionally, and soon, Moncler became synonymous with durability and reliability, known around the world as a global brand, specializing in high-performance outwear. The brand became so successful that, in 1968, during the Winter Olympics Games hosted in France, the French downhill team that achieved a historic feat of winning multiple gold medals did so entirely in Moncler gear. After becoming a global brand, Moncler witnessed unimpeded growth, marked by an exponential increase in sales. However, this was the beginning of the end of the Moncler brand, or so it would appear. After its auspicious start, the brand began experiencing financial challenges in the late 90s and early 2000s. These struggles were primarily a result of a shift in fashion trends, away from traditional quilted jackets, and a change in customer preferences. The brand also struggled to maintain its leading status due to the emergence of new competitors, offering customers a wide range of outerwear styles. In addition, global events and the economic realities caused by the French recession in the early 90s affected customer spending patterns, ultimately contributing to a decline in the company's sales. The late 1990s and early 2000s were also a transition period for Moncler. During that time, the company underwent management changes involving several entrepreneurs. These changes continued until 2003. In 2003, an Italian entrepreneur by the name Remo Ruffini acquired Moncler with the aim of making the company what it once was. Remo Ruffini, born in 1961 in Como, Italy, is the son of Gianfranco and Enrica Ruffini. His parents were both in the clothing industry. His father owned a clothing company in New York called Gianfranco Ruffini Ltd, while his mother owned her own eponymous clothing company as well. Like most Italians in the clothing industry, Remo Ruffini decided to follow in his parents' footsteps and join the family business. According to him, he had always been a part of the industry and he identifies closely with the language spoken in the textile world. He began his career in the United States, working for his father's clothing company. After a short stint at Boston University, he dropped out of college in 1984, returned to Italy and created his first company, New England, at the age of 23, under the tutelage of his mother. He eventually sold the company 16 years later, in the year 2000, after he had made a fortune from the business. In that same year, he began working as a creative consultant for the parent company that owned Moncler at the time. In 2003, he took over Moncler. At the time Remo Ruffini took over Moncler, the company was almost bankrupt and was experiencing a period of stagnation. However, Ruffini was not fazed by the company's financial or commercial struggles. From its inception, he set his sights on making the brand more appealing to attract a broader range of customers. He also intended to reposition the company, taking it from a presence typically in sports shops to a luxury high-fashion brand. Rather than competing with other brands, he sought to create a market that could appeal to everybody, from skateboarding kids to travelers to the elegant people who go out for fancy dinners. In a bid to achieve his objectives, he moved the company to Milan and relaunched Moncler as a global purveyor of luxury products. He also elevated the brand's image by focusing on innovative designs, craftsmanship, and sourcing for premium materials. His jackets soon became more high-tech and more high-fashion. From the year 2004, Moncler became one of the first brands to initiate collaborations with independent designers from outside the company, such as Nicola Ghesquiere, Junya Watanabe, Christopher Rayburn, and Sakai, a move that helped support Ruffini's plan to transition into a high-fashion brand. He also expanded the company's product range beyond outerwear and introduced lines of footwear, accessories, and luxury sports gear. This diversification also helped attract a wider range of customers who sought luxury products. In 2008, Moncler opened a flagship shop on Rue du Faubourg Saint-Honoré in Paris. Soon, the company began expanding aggressively into new and untapped markets, such as Asia. Ruffini also strived to create a balance between innovation and tradition. As a result, the company created new and distinct clothing lines. Gamme Rouge, the couture-ish women's line, designed by Giambattista Valli; Moncler Grenoble, the classic sportswear division; Moncler Longue Saison, the ultralight collection for warm weather; and Thom Browne's Gamme Blue men's line. By 2010, the company's total annual sales were about $368 million, a remarkable growth from $62 million in 2003 when Ruffini took over. In 2013, 10 years after Remo Ruffini purchased Moncler, he took the company public and its value went up to $3.6 billion. However, in 2014, the company suffered a decline in sales after an Italian TV show aired footage of inhumane methods used to hunt goose down in Eastern Europe. Animal rights activists encouraged clients to boycott Moncler products. The company promptly responded, demonstrating that it only used humane methods to acquire its material. They also issued transparency reports on how the company sources its materials and opened certified down preparation centers. In 2015, the company's sales rose again, and in the same year, Moncler opened a new store in Tokyo. Speaking about growth, Another fashion brand that features very heavily in the trending fashion scene of today is Sky is the Limit, a one-stop brand for high-end quality sneakers. If you think the down jacket is heavily fashionable, wait till you see combinations with the Sky is the Limit sneakers. Because we can't let you pass off this once-in-a-lifetime chance, there's a link in the description box below just for you. That being said, let's carry on. In addition to changing the product, Ruffini also invested heavily in brand promotion and marketing campaigns. He leveraged social media and digital platforms to reach a younger audience while maintaining the brand's luxury status and exclusivity. In 2018, Moncler launched the Genius Project, a platform for designers to create collections with their interpretation of the Moncler identity. These collections were unveiled seasonally and used to demonstrate various creative expressions within the Moncler framework. This project is a part of Moncler's unique and extraordinarily diffuse creative platform, where, unlike other luxury brands, the company chooses not to rely on one big-name designer. The Genius Project, which is a monthly publication, also features collaborations from guest designers, such as J.W. Anderson, Simone Rocha, Craig Green, and Valentino's Pierpaolo Piccioli. The project has also helped place Moncler in the pop culture scene, with collaborations with notable pop stars. In February 2023, the 9 Wonders of Moncler Genius show at London's Olympia, headlined by singers Alicia Keys and Pharrell Williams, attracted about 10,000 guests. In January 2024, the Genius Project collaborated with rapper and billionaire Jay-Z to create the Moncler X Rock Nation, designed by Jay-Z collection. The Genius Project typically targets diverse global markets, but also has a customer base in some of the major fashion capitals and prominent regions in high fashion, such as London, Paris, New York, and Ruffini's home Milan. Although the Genius Project only accounts for 10% of Moncler's revenue, it has caused an almost radical shift in the company's customer demographics. The limited edition collections, coupled with social media engagements and the brand's focus on ethical and sustainable practices, attracted more customers, especially from the millennial and Gen Z age groups. Ruffini's innovations and the relatively new casualization trend in fashion have given outerwear high fashion credibility, making it more attractive for millennials, Gen Z, and older aspirational customers. The company has also succeeded in creating a unique category for itself, somewhere between venerable houses such as Gucci, Chanel, and Prada, and upmarket brands like Canada Goose. Throughout its history, Moncler has remained competitive by championing and pursuing unconventional concepts. In 2020, the company further cemented its place as an industry giant through its acquisition of Stone Island. Stone Island is an Italian premium men's clothing brand, notable for its practical and innovative clothing. Created in 1982, Stone Island is popular for utilizing high-performance fabric and its unique dyeing method. With this pivotal acquisition, Moncler has established itself as a conglomerate of affiliated brands working under the same umbrella. It has also helped expand the company's presence and diversify its portfolio. In a bid to maintain that diversity, Remo Ruffini emphasized the importance of preserving the unique identity of both brands. He aims to utilize a strategic approach that focuses on maintaining the distinct branding strategy of Stone Island, while improving some sectors of the company's operations. The company has maintained a steady upward projection, with its net profit increasing more than 5-fold between 2013 and 2021. In 2022, Moncler Group's global revenue was about $2.6 billion, an increase of over $500 million from the previous year. As of today, most of Moncler's revenue comes from Asia, making it the company's main source of income. By its continuous need to evolve and adapt, Moncler has positioned itself as an innovative, adaptable, and forward-thinking luxury brand. From where we stand, it appears that Moncler has a promising future in the world of high fashion. That is it from us, folks. What are your thoughts on the Moncler brand? Do you believe they can continue to engage and interact with their clients? We would like to read your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss out on other videos like this when they drop. And remember, sky is the limit.